Hi everybody, my name's Paul Murphy and I've got a passion for hats. I've just had a parcel turn up, which hopefully it's a hat that I've been waiting for quite a long time. It's one that it's not readily available in the UK and needs to be brought in from America. So I'm hoping that it will be this one and that it's as good as it looked in the pictures. Let's just be very careful here because this is a celebration box that the hat has come in. So Stetson, the manufacturer, has a 150-year celebration, which I think was on, it's just confirmed it as 2015, so just as I thought. So this was one of the boxes that they produced. And this is or should be an Open Road 6X in a 7.5 in the silver belly colour. Wow, quite something I'm hoping. So, oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. Look at that baby. Now that is some hat. That is really nice. It is a 6X. It's got all, well, it's just taking my breath away how nice it is actually. I've got to try it on. So let's just see. I hate doing that, but anyway. Slightly on the big size, but I think with a couple of spacers, we haven't really talked about spacers before, but whenever you're buying a hat, buy one that's slightly bigger than smaller because it's a lot easier to put in some spacers. And obviously, especially us men, our hair grows and takes up some of the space, and not in my case because I have a bit of a problem, but spacers are a great idea. They're very inexpensive and they just slip behind the leather band. Anyway, I'm probably going to take this into the hat room and just check it out, but quite honestly, it's such a lovely hat. This is the original box, and as you can probably see, it comes with a nice support inside the box, which I don't think there's anything else underneath it. No, there's. I thought there might have been a Stetson brochure or something, but there's not. But I got this hat from a gentleman who very kindly agreed to send it through the post. It was in a local, one of these local online sales sites, and I'm extremely pleased with my purchase. So. I will no doubt do a bit more of a review when I've had a chance to have a look at the hat. Right, so we've got the Open Road now. It's in very nice condition. It says it's a size 60, so I'm normally a 59 to 60. So let's just check it out and see what it's like. I mean, inside, as you can see, it's hardly been worn, to be honest. Look how clean that is. The actual leather is in sweatband is in brilliant condition, and all of the fur felt. It's just lovely. It's just a lovely hat. So it's something I've been waiting to get for a long time, and I'm very, very pleased that I managed to get hold of one. Now, as you can probably see, it's got the branding iron. I think it's JBS on the side there against the grosgrain, and this one is a 9-year-old hat now. So. Okay, all right, so I think it looks nice, but it's slightly too big for me. So what do? We've got a couple of choices if a hat is too big. And the way you can tell the hat's too big is if it's going to blow off in the wind, then I guess it is too big. Now, you can put a number of different spaces in around the hat band and behind the hat band, or you could actually spray the hat with water or steam and then put it in somewhere that's light and warm, and it will, as it dries, reduce in size. I wouldn't recommend that. I would say that the best route really is to go down the route of spacers. So what sort of spacers are there on the marketplace? There are a couple of manufacturers that make some decent spacers, and I've used them before. In fact, traditionally, cork has been used. What used to happen was there'd be strips of cork about an inch wide that you would get hold of a hat and take the sweatband, open it all up, as I'm doing here. And no doubt you can see that's now as it would be when it's being sewn in. As you can see behind there, by the way, there's a label with information on it. A lot of hats have got that, especially the more the better quality hats. So it's well worth having a look for labels because they can tell you quite a lot about the hat. And what I'll share with you is, oh, by the way, do you like my new hat stand? I did this, I've got a board here which I've put an angle, a wooden angle with a hole in for a post and my trusty hat block, because what it will enable me to do is when I start making hats, it's at the right height for me to start pulling down the felt. But not only that, of course, when you stick a hat on there, you can revolve it. So then when I'm sanding or when I'm working on the hat, it makes it a lot easier. Plus I've got a bit more room between here and the units because I designed this room as my study and it's become the hat room. So, you know, I've got to sort of live with the units. I'm not taking them off the wall. So let's get back to these spacers. What I did earlier on is I cut some strips of leather. One of my previous hobbies has been restoring leather goods and bags. So I've always got some leather on hand, and this is about an inch deep, and then I usually cut two pieces to do either side of the hat. So that is an option to put in, and as you can see, it's a similar colour. Well, it's a bit darker actually, but it's a similar width to the hat band, and when you put it around behind there, you won't see it. And the other thing is these actual hat band spacers that I bought online. I think they're about $4.95 or something for about 20 spacers, so really not a lot of money. You can see that there. They're a thick foam, so they will crush in on your head. You can put them within the hat band, and again, that there is a 3M sticky label, so you can just pull that back and put it in. Now you do need to be careful when you take it off, because if you put it on, like on this hat, it's going to be on the liner. So when you take it off, a little bit of steam or something, and then just ease it off whilst holding the hat liner in place, so you don't actually pull the ends of the thread from the sides of the hat liner. I'm not going to stick this in on camera, but this is typically, it will go behind there at the back, and let's see if I can put one at the front. So Stetson hats are usually quite rounded, if you like, for rounded heads, whereas the resistor are more oval shaped, and so my head is more oval shaped than rounded, and I'm probably going to need mine on the side here rather than on the front, but that has resolved quite a lot of the spacing issue. And actually I might just put a couple on the side as well, and that will make it absolutely perfect for me. So an absolutely terrific hat. The brim size and things, let's have a look. Those of you that have open roads, and I'm sure it's a bit of a classic in America, but in the UK it's quite rare. It's this 7 centimetre or 2 3/4 inch brim. Lovely size, it really is. And the crown at the front is 10 centimetres, and the crown at the back is also 10 centimetres. And look at that beautiful crease. They call that the cattleman crease, and effectively it's an open crown, which, as we know, we form the open crown, and it's round on the block as is, and then we put the crease down the middle. And when they do the crease down the middle on this, they give it a bit of space either side, okay? And then they put it on their chest like this, and then just push it in. So that pushing in gives you the lovely cattleman crease. So this, I'm really not sure. I think this is the workman's weight as opposed to the dress weights, because it is quite heavy. But nonetheless, I really like it, and I'm going to get a lot of pleasure in wearing this hat. I think it's something I can wear with jeans, or I can put it on with a sports jacket and trousers. So if you're in the market for something that's a little bit sort of fancy but formal. This Open Road is just amazing, but quite difficult to get here in the UK. If you've got a passion for hats, keep watching the channel. Thank you very much. Cheers. Bye.